What is up? It's me here once again to save your day. Today I'm going to talk about why and how to ignore women so that you can ultimately end up on the better end of the relationship if it goes that far. And if it doesn't go that far, there are also some bonus benefits to knowing how to effectively ignore a woman. Okay, so let me get on to that. So, I don't know if you guys ever have heard of the term validation sex or transactional sex. A good way to explain this is to talk about the buyers versus sellers mindset. Most guys that don't have much experience, that are naive and don't really know how to pick up women, usually go into the seller's state of mind or frame. This is like a frame control. This is a good lesson in frame control. When you don't have experience with a woman, chances are you are coming from a seller's frame. So that means that you are trying to show her what you got, trying to impress her, trying to get her validation. And when you do this, you give away all your power. And since women are so used to guys doing this, it's a total turnoff. It's a total attraction killer, and it doesn't make you look sexy in their eyes at all. Instead, you should switch. You can take advantage of these attraction triggers that women pay attention to when they're choosing a mate by doing the exact opposite and basically ignoring the women. This is hard to do. This is hard to do when you have no women in your life. So in the beginning, it's not going to come easy. But once you have women in your life that already like you, that are really crazy about you enough to the point where that they don't really care if you are seeing other women. It's like you don't directly tell them, but in the back of their mind, even if you're not, women always think that if they're with a high value guy, that he is seeing other women. So it's not really anything you can get away from. So you might as well. That's how I say it. A lot of you might not agree with me, but it's like if the woman is always going to perceive you as guilty, then you might as well be guilty, whether you are or not. So anyway, that brings me to what exactly will happen when you learn to ignore a girl. And what I have down here is women will approach you. They will approach you more. They will usually approach you on the busier nights. If you go out on a Monday or a day when there's nobody out, then don't expect to get approached. But if you are not actively seeking out women, like the novice, naive guys that don't have experience, then if you go out on a busy night, by the end of the night, as long as you're not acting weird, and as long as you're, just enjoying yourself and not just like looking at like some guy in the corner that's just sitting there with his drink, just kind of like creeping. If you're like there at the bar, like I like to go to sports bars because there's sports on TV, so I can just kind of like use that as an excuse to not pay attention to the girls. But if you go out on a busy night and you are doing this, going to a sports bar to watch the movie, maybe there's a fight on or something, and not going there, not making it known at least that you're going there to meet women, then I would not be surprised if you don't have a woman that comes up and tries to strike conversation, whether it's while she's waiting in line to get a drink, just saying hi, or telling you that she likes your shirt or something like that, or just saying hi, yeah, something simple like that. A lot of women, they won't say much. Most of the time women do, in fact, just say hi. That's all they say. And when the fact that they're saying hi is a chance for you to get in, build some rapport, and get her contact information if, you know, there's a lot of obstacles in the way. Or even maybe isolate to a bar if you guys really hit it off and get laid that night. You know, whatever your intention is, whatever your level of hunger is. But yeah, ignoring women is basically one of the main ways that I meet women these days. Another thing that will happen is you will get chased. Women will chase you. You will get used to women chasing you. And me, honestly, I have a woman in my life. I have a lot of women in my life, and I'm to the point where I don't really care that much about having new women in my life, because I already have so many women in my life that it's more stress than it is pleasure, if that makes sense. So I will literally, if a girl is talking to me and just, you know, she's being annoying or trying to test me to try to get validation or whatever, saying stupid stuff, or some woman will flat out insult me just to like get a rise out of me, I will literally just get up and walk away. And women hate that, and they're like, oh, who's this guy walking away from me? You know, they want your validation. When you walk away from them, they want it even more. So in return, that makes it easier for me to get laid with this woman, because it just builds this invisible layer of hunger for me, because I keep not giving her what she wants. And you know, everybody knows that you always want what you can't have, so it just builds and builds and builds. And sometimes I'll end up getting one-night stands with girls, never even get their number afterwards, never even asked for her number the whole time, just because this girl just keeps wanting me, and I can see it. She's like, she's qualifying herself to me, whatever, like just making all these obvious signs. And usually I'll just get to the point where I can't take it anymore, and I'll just be like, okay, you want to go to another bar? I was going to go to another bar. And of course she's going to say yes, because she's been chasing me this whole time. And we go to the other bar, we have a couple of drinks, and these are usually the kind of hookups when I end up going to that girl's house on top of that. So anyway, there are definitely a lot of benefits to ignoring girls. Another thing is, if you are entering into a relationship with a girl that is in this frame of a seller, with the girl, if you're taking on the buyer's frame, which is basically ignoring the woman, and the girl that, if you enter into a relationship with the girl that is chasing you, which is in the seller's frame, then you will have more control over the relationship also. Meaning you could later on bring her friends into the relationship if you're into threesomes, meaning the sex will be better because she'll be willing to please you. It's validational sex, it's not transactional sex. Transactional sex, like I said earlier, is when you're coming from the seller's frame and you're trying to fuck the girl, and the sex that you would get from coming from that frame is transactional sex, because you're the one chasing the girl. When the girl is chasing you, they're having validational sex, and that's the best sex that you can have. If you want more on this, you should check out Mark Cross. I think his channel is called 33 Secrets. He talks a lot about the validational sex / transactional sex theory and how that works. But anyway, that's pretty much what I have to say about why ignoring women will lead to overall more abundance in your life, more women in your life, more success with women in your life. But that's pretty much all I have to say. Can't really think of anything else to add. When I say, when I'm talking about ignoring women in detail, the behaviors that are can be categorized into ignoring a woman is when you come into a bar not looking at anything but what your objective is when you come into the bar. So if I was coming into the bar, I wouldn't be like the naive guy with no experience looking at every girl in the bar. I wouldn't be doing that. Instead, I would be doing the opposite. I would be coming to get my drink, watch the game, check my phone, and that's that. I wouldn't be ogling women. I wouldn't be paying attention to women. I wouldn't be choreographing my interest. And that is basically how it works. And if a girl does talk to you, you should be hiding your intentions. They shouldn't even know that you're interested in them. It should be anything like, it should be like they're talking to some guy who's just talking to him because he's not trying to be rude. It's not coming from a guy who's trying to sleep with them, okay? And women are attracted to this. It should be to the point that she's almost about to leave because she doesn't think you're interested. But when it gets to that point, then you can start talking more about yourself. You can start asking her questions about yourself. Maybe throw in a joke. Ask her if she likes any sports while you're watching sports. Maybe she likes the same team. Maybe you like the same music. You know, one thing I've learned is if you both like the same music, genuinely like the same music, people that like the same music genuinely usually get along. I swear, like 100% of the time, I'm pretty sure. If you both like the same music, whether you're a guy or a girl, chances are you will probably become friends, okay? So try to find things like that, commonalities like that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I can get into. I don't really want to take up this video too long, but I gotta go. Thanks for watching this PUA Red Sky. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next video. Peace.
glorybebynight.com